Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to continue with the Capricorn birthday season, and I decided to do today a reading for a Capricorn, but it's not an idol, it's an actor. I believe his name is Hwang In-Yeop. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing it correctly, but yes, he had been requested actually a lot. I believe he's the one that he was like the second male lead in True Beauty. I don't remember like other works of his, or probably I have seen him elsewhere and I don't remember right now. But yes, he's a Capricorn, so we're going to read for him. And also, since he is a K-drama actor, I want to clarify this from the beginning for people that don't know, that enter my channel and they do not know this. I do not do shipping readings. I do not support shipping, especially when it has to do with pulling cards for co-stars and stuff. Sometimes I do it just to see the dynamic between the two people involved and to see how they get along, if they have a project together, but that's it. So please, if you are a shipper, or if you want to request him and other, like, I don't do those. So if you really appreciate this individual reading, then we are good. So yes, let's start with the cards that he got. He got the card of Three of Swords, the World, the Tower, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Prince of Cups. And then from the Oracle of Healing Yourself, he got the card of Victim Mentality. So I think that definitely from what I was sensing here, he's someone that he's very harsh on himself. I don't know what he has been up to lately when it comes to work or creation, but somehow here with this Three of Swords, probably he had been rejected or something didn't turn out the way he expected. Probably he wanted to achieve something last year. I believe that this Three of Swords could indicate like from now 3 years 3 months in the past, like 3 months ago, like somehow him not getting what he wanted, and actually him being very focused on getting. I sense that this is a guy that definitely, because this is what I get when I read for actors, and of course that when I read for K-pop idols is the same, is the same feelings, because they are also very focused on getting opportunities, like individual activities, to be like to get the opportunities. But there's something about the actors, the persona behind the role, the human, that there's a lot of nervousness behind these people. There's a huge amount of pressure about, getting that role that could change their careers and actually could like keep them moving and progressing and growing in their career. Because I'm sure that choosing a project like and actually like being able to get a project that you want, or to be able to participate in something like very big and important with other co-stars that are also important, you do have to take into consideration these things. I think that probably from the perspective of us that we watch it, we are outsiders and we watch it from afar. We are like, oh, but if he is, I don't know, if he is a great actor, or if he is handsome, or if he seems like very intelligent, or very talented actually. But maybe for producers, directors, and also competition, because he's not the only actor out there, time is clicking. I sense this urge of like, I have to get this gig and this opportunity now. I cannot lose it. there's this sense of like, oh, I'm feeling so pressured to get this. I need to land this. I need to, like, I need to be able to get this. This project would mean a lot to me. And there's a lot of competition. And probably in the past, he had like somehow been um, not selected, for a role that probably he wanted very much. So this is where the card of the sorrow, this is a card that starts here. But thank God he got the card of the world. So the world means movement and completion. He's definitely, things are moving, his life is moving, his opportunities are moving, his energy is also moving. And here with the tower is like, you need to you need to have your tower moment in order to move on to greater things, to things that have to do with you unleashing your true potential. And this is also something that I often read for this is the feeling that I get when I read for actors. There's this sense of like, not only the competition that is strong, but also this need to not be like cast in a sort of a stereotype, like in being stuck in a single role. Like, oh, okay, like, oh, I'm the romantic interest, oh, I will always be the romantic interest. Or I am the second lead, oh, I always get the second lead. Or I am the nice guy, I always get the nice guy. Or I always play the bad guys, I will always get roles. I think that this is a challenge, and definitely I see him with his very ambitious nature, that he wants to do different projects, that his desire is to somehow break the mold. It's not that he's not proud of his past work, actually he's very grateful, but he was expecting this role to give him bigger roles. He was like, okay, this is it, I have to make it. And somehow probably he was like waiting for a role in something that it didn't come out. And also I think that probably he was expecting to have more like invitations, people coming to him and being like, oh, we have this to offer you. Like, would you mind reading a script, and there's this sense that actually, like, this industry is very harsh. This is why he had this free of source, and this literally means like disappointment, being very disappointed inside, like being very hurt. I don't think that this free of source, this sorrow, have to do with romantic or personal stuff. I think that it has to do with being disappointed at how probably things work in the industry. Actually, reading for actors, it's a whole experience where, actually it's very heavy energy, because they are very always like, maybe you are like, you think of them, or you think of an actor and you are like, oh, he was so good in this, I don't know, this series that, or this K-drama that, I don't know, it's on the air or it's premiering, and you are like, oh, he's so good in it, like, I'm supporting him. But his mind is not in the project anymore. He's already thinking about what's next, because this is like the mentality of the actor. I have to make the most of my time. So they are not so focused on the actual role that probably he's always remembered for. He already moved on. His mind is already on the next. He has to have a new purpose, a new role. He has to prepare for it as well. So here with the tower, it's like he wants to shed his old skin. He's like, okay, I want to break the mold, because I refuse to be like stereotype. I refuse to let people like put me in a box and be like, oh, this is who I am, this is who he is, oh, he's really good at this, oh, he should be doing this. Like, he's like, I am a different person. He's a sort of shapeshifter, he really is. There's a lot of profundity also in his person. He has the ability to actually embody very strong characters, and actually strong characters in the sense of a lot of emotional, like strong sentiments, and really like playing like very very complex characters. So for this year, I believe that he's going to succeed, or he already is going to have a good news that he's going to get the project that he wants. Probably he already is like celebrating this. He got the card of the 10, it's not the 10 of pentacles, it's the 10 of cups. So there's this huge sense of fulfillment. Actually, he feels very good about himself. This card literally is called success. So I think that he made the right decision with this K-drama. I think that probably this I believe it's a K-drama. I don't know much about him, but I sense that he could possibly like be in a K-drama like for 2023, and actually this K-drama being very successful. And also he has like the Prince of Cups. So also again someone very sensitive, very connected with his sensibility. I sense that yes, he's a Capricorn, but he must have a lot of water in his chart, because there's this sense that he's truly an artist inside. He's not just a pretty face. He has a lot of depths, a lot of deepness inside of him. He has the potential to actually like work with this deepness and give his characters a lot of different sides, and for you to actually like connect with him. He definitely is going to surprise a lot of people with his ability to change, to portray different people. I think that this is what he wants. He doesn't want to keep playing the same, because I think that somehow maybe there's a kind of formula, that sometimes some managers or people that do represent these artists are like, oh, you have to keep playing the same role for a few, for a few like works or projects, and then eventually you get to do the role that you really want to do, and he's like, no, like I want to do what I want to do. He's very stubborn. This is why I think that probably we start with the Three the Three of Swords, because there's like this huge disappointment, in the sense that probably he was promised something, or he was promised a role, and actually he didn't get it, so he came from this disappointment, and probably he carried this sort of anguish inside of him. But I think that that he's going to do well, he's going to be all right. But then the card from the oracle also like definitely I'm like it does it's very interesting that he got the card of victim mentality. So I think that definitely his perception of how things happen, I think that he tends to get frustrated pretty easily, and he tends to get very negative all of the sudden. He tends to feel very like negative about himself. I think that probably when he is very fixated on I want to get this and he doesn't get it, he feels so pity for himself, and he feels like, oh, everyone is against me, they do not want to help me, like somehow feeling very very sorry for himself. And I think that this also makes him feel very like a bit weak, and I know that he's not weak, but I think that there's a sense that, these cards here, and also starting with the Three of Swords that indicates sorrow and disappointment, is like you are not a victim. Actually, the things that you didn't get in the past, or the things that got frustrated, or the projects that didn't go the way they were supposed to go, it was supposed to be like this, and it wasn't supposed to be like forever. This is why he got the world card next to it. It's like this was a cycle. This was something that happened. Yes, that it was very disappointing. Yes, you were probably very hurt, very offended by it, but don't get stuck in this victim mentality of like, oh, my life sucks, or everything is like I hate my life. I believe that probably he is, and obviously I sense that it's not that he shows this to the public, obviously, but I sense that probably the way he speaks to himself, the way he talks to himself, is like when he feels rejected, he somehow takes it too seriously, and he starts doubting himself, and he gets very pessimist, and it's a very heavy energy, it's a very dark energy. This does remind me of Capricorn. Obviously, this is very Capricorn energy. We tend to be like this when we get very much on our feelings, and our feelings unhurt, and we don't get the project, somehow we want to have control over some decisions, and then some circumstances sometimes let us know that we do not own control of anything, and that sometimes, yes, people are going to let us down, and people are going to lie to our faces, and people are going to actually, like, yes, promise a lot of things, but then break these promises. And I think that this also has to do with being part of this industry. I think that I have been reading for K-pop idols. I know that their industry is also full of a lot of deceitment, but the actors' energy, I believe that the environment, it's also very heavy, and not just, and I feel like it's very fierce in the sense that they would do anything for a certain role. I think that there's a lot of manipulation in the middle, a lot of people getting their hopes up, and then eventually, being rejected. So somehow you also have to deal also with the feeling of rejection. Like, oh, they praised me so much. They said that I would be good for this, but eventually I didn't make it. So, somehow you as a person, you feel this, you feel sensitive, you feel betrayed, you feel hurt, So I think that definitely he has to work on this, because yes, this year is going to be successful. Probably the project that he's going to be working on is going to be successful, and it's also going to be very fulfilling for him as an actor, and also is going to be probably a role that he's going to be very very happy to do it, because probably it has a lot of emotional elements, and I think he's really good at showing emotions. So he's going to do great in this. And he also is going to feel inspired. I feel that this guy wants to write his own material, because he got the Prince of Cups. So there's this sense of him actually wanting to become a writer or a director. I don't know, but definitely he has a lot of fluent ideas. It seems like he's very imaginative. So definitely he should work on that, perfectionate this, because definitely he's very creative. So yes, guys, this is all I have for him. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.